which is the milestone as far as cryptocurrency is concerned. Bitcoin has hit a record high of $100,000. This surge in value comes as investor optimism grows, fueled by expectations of a more crypto-friendly regulatory landscape under the incoming administration of President-elect Donald Trump. Since the beginning of 2024, Bitcoin's value has more than doubled. In fact, in the past 4 weeks alone, it has risen by 45% following Trump's election win. Here's a closer look at the story in detail.
Bitcoin, the first ever cryptocurrency, has surpassed the $100,000 mark after US President-elect Donald Trump selected Paul Atkins, a former SEC commissioner known for his support of crypto, to lead the US Securities and Exchange Commission. Bitcoin has been consistently surging in trade and has more than doubled in value this year, up about 45% since Donald Trump's sweeping election victory and over 140% year-to-date. Now, analysts believe with Trump's appointment of Paul Atkins, a more friendly environment for cryptocurrencies is now seeming a reality more than ever before. Remember, not long ago, Donald Trump touted his family's new crypto endeavor, World Liberty Financial, encouraging users to embrace this technology. The move into the crypto industry marks a significant shift, as remember in 2019, Donald Trump said he was not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And now recently, Trump has embraced digital assets, promising to make the United States the crypto capital of the planet. Remember Elon Musk, the Tesla billionaire, who recently declared a financial emergency in the US, has ventured back into the world of crypto amid a Bitcoin price boom. Experts believe one can be cautiously optimistic or wait and watch as to how the cryptocurrency industry evolves globally after the newfound support from Donald Trump. The spotlight is on other nations and their fresh approach. Currently, remember, India only regulates crypto asset space from an anti-money laundering and counter-terror financing perspective, which does not provide enough protective measures or any grievance redressal. Sakshi Bajaj for NDTV.
All right, Vishal, Saraswat and PM Mishra join me to really decode what does this mean for Indian investors, given the fact that our regulatory landscape is far more complex, and how can investors here in India really join the rally or the party that's happening right now? Mr. Saraswat, let me start with you, sir. There's expectation that the Trump 2.0 administration will be more benign, more positive to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general. But what does this translate for us, for Indian investors? How can we join the party?
While Indian government is not regulating the trade of crypto, but it's not even stopping us from trading in crypto, right? So, of course, and when it comes to technology, United States is one of the countries that sets the tone for the rest of the world. So with the US government or president appointing Atkins and supporting the regulation of crypto in a more generous way, let's say it this way, the trade is going to boom. The skepticism that we had about crypto trading, that's going to reduce. So yeah, it's for Indians, for people all over the world who believe in the technology, I think it's a boost for them. It's a moral booster for them. Yeah.
Mr. Mishra, you want to come in there in terms of what does this mean for the Indian investor who till now has pretty much been on the fence of this massive rally that has taken this year?
Okay, so let's start with something where you said, as far as Indian investor is concerned, they are in a situation whether they can, actually they are in a very peculiar situation. Situation of Indian investor is such, without regulation, they cannot step in. You know that every day we are receiving more than 10 or 15 complaints from different guys, their bank account being frozen by different banks due to P2P transactions. So regulation is first. Government has to understand the world is right now behind digital currency or virtual assets. You name it, all the big economy is in frame. After US, right now, UK is coming up with its own stablecoin regulation. UAE has already done it. Singapore is open. For what exactly we're waiting? At least we should start with the experimentation in any kind of special economic zone to see how regulation really acts. So now the situation is, Indian government is not opening the gate, neither it's closing the gate. Just open a little bit and looking at it. This is the situation of India. FIU is there for crypto exchange. Right now, you can go there, register, but they are not the regulator. Without regulation, regulator is not there. So situation is quite peculiar for Indian investors.
And RBI has had a very cautious tone when it comes to cryptocurrencies. They've had a very cautious tone for cryptocurrencies on multiple occasions. They've in fact said that investors should stay away. Do you see that, Mr. Saraswat, that being changed now, given that the global mood and the investor sentiment right now is so positive when it comes to cryptocurrencies?
Yes, it's positive all over the world, and as our colleague also mentioned it out, like Indian government has not really completely banned the trading of cryptocurrency. And our current RBI governor, he seems to be pretty mature about the technology, and I do believe that this boost in US, and I'm sure RBI will still be cautious and maybe wait until the at least till the budget presentation and then decide. But I do look forward, I do expect that the Indian government will also be now increasing their pace on bringing in the regulations. The regulations, bringing in the regulation, the process has started a while back, but at some point it kind of slowed down or maybe plateaued. But I expect it to now pick up the pace and follow the US footsteps.
All right. Mr. Mishra, let me then ask you this, that what is it that you would be advising your investors right now, who would want to be part of this rally? What is it that you would be advising them right now?
Let me start with RBI's, RBI is really cautious. It is basically the whole cryptocurrency stuff started with bank against a non-regulated currency. That we need to understand. So how come a central bank who is controlling fiat will be in support of crypto? Not about our central bank. You go to any country, central banks are not in support of crypto. Now, about the crypto investors in our country, first and foremost thing is, 99% of the crypto investors in India is immature. As they don't understand what is the risk, they don't understand how it functions. It's better to be cautious, at the same time, keep learning. And because learning is the only process, let's wait for the, our government's eye-opener. When they open their eyes, they will come up with a regulation. Nothing else. But at this moment, there's no way that they will put their money and they'll be fixed somewhere in regulatorism. So at the end of the day, be careful, learn and wait for your turn. Because in each regulation, we keep on learning. From crowdfunding till P2P, we are lacking behind because government is not taking any decision on it. That's for sure. So we are missing the bus in case of crypto regulation.
Okay, but come January, the expectation is that there'll be a lot of push as far as digital currencies are concerned, led, of course, by the US, and probably there could be some sort of a global framework or something that could also be put in place, given how bullish the Trump administration is said to be on cryptocurrencies or digital currencies. Mr. Saraswat, do you see that, becoming the inflection point for India to sort of join in as well, or inflection point for India to come up with its own larger regulatory framework?
On larger, I don't know, but certainly India has followed the footsteps of the United States or the EU in many aspects, especially when it comes to crypto or cybersecurity topics, right? So here also I expect the government will see that regulations have picked up the pace and they won't want to stay behind. Technologically, India is quite advanced in technology field. Even in the cryptocurrency, Indians have invested a lot. And, well, there are tons of startups in India investing in it or working on it or providing some sort of service to the crypto industry. So it's high time that Indian government takes that, yeah, now we need to step in. Now we need to pick up the pace and take some responsibility.
Right.
Right?
Sure. All right, Mr. Saraswat, Mr. Mishra, thank you so much for speaking to me today on an issue I believe that's more evolving than we know and probably could see India joining in the global party as well. All right.